Dane Calloway on I'm Just Here to Make You Think Radio.
When you say Black Wall Street, what are you talking about?
The one that was burnt down in 1921 in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Now that's the Negro Wall Street, but it was more than one.
Right.
That was the only one that was burnt down. Every other Negro Wall Street was gentrified and redlined. It happened. The very first one was in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah.
But it was all banks. That was during the time period where we had over 150 banks at that time, and some of them Jews wanted to do business with us.
He's right.
And yeah, they started handing out loans back and forth with each other. They were doing business deals with each other. Some of the Jews got jealous at that, wanted to make deals with the government in order for them to stop that, prevent them from excelling. A lot of people that came from the wars, especially in Tulsa, looked over there in the Greenwood district and was like, hold up, they doing better than us. And we just got finished fighting in the war. What's going on?
Dane, are you saying that the Jews was behind that?
They were with us. At some of them, they were with us, during that time period. Some Jews were, not all. Some Jews were in agreement with doing business with us. We had all of the banks at that time, so they had to implement, especially the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, they had to implement something, the Carnegie Foundation, they had to implement something in order to buy them out. If they didn't want to be bought out, they wanted to get rid of them. They wanted to kill them. That's what you saw in Tulsa. Tulsa ain't want to be bought out. They refused to do business with the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, so they brought their army. They brought their militia over there at night. That wasn't even during the day. That was at night. People were sleeping, literally. And they came over there with trucks with 50 cal machine guns on them, shooting at people's houses. The government still ain't pay for this now. The government ain't pay. And see, I see that they're looking at, a particular case of a survivor right now of the Greenwood district, and she's 103 or 106 years old. Let's see what happens, because the government should not only be repaying her, but they should be repaying all of the descendants during that. I'm talking about the entire Greenwood district need to be getting something from that, because the only thing that's left there is like 2 buildings and a historic marker indicating that it was the Negro Wall Street located there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I said to myself, if they make something happen, if they get to shaking, this will expose a big deal that the government created. Okay, I mean, this was the government's doing. They were jealous, straight up. There's no way in the world you would allow them to have army planes to drop bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma. Without the government knowing. There's no way in the world you would allow army. They couldn't take them army planes back home. They may have took them military trucks, heavy artillery trucks back home, but not them army planes. And then on top of that, that very next morning, you call for martial law and you sent in a militia. 8 o'clock in the morning, people still knocking the coal out their eye. They ain't know what the hell was going on.
Facts. And our own people was with them too. They were in that militia. Our own people.
The government know what they did right there, and that was wrong. Woodrow Wilson on top of that.